Join me for an all-out, high-speed, no-breathe deep dive into the fastest ways to reclaim time with nothing but free AI tools in 2025. A single sweeping narrative that hooks you from the first sentence, exposes the productivity crisis we're all drowning in, unfolds the wild exploration of dozens of zero-cost apps, builds to a jaw-dropping climax where we bend the clock, and lands with a crystal-clear roadmap you can act on tonight. Because if you're sick of time slipping through your fingers while you juggle emails, Zoom calls, thumbnails, code snippets, lesson notes, and a dozen half-finished side hustles, this is your invitation to watch me wage war on wasted minutes and hand you back more than a full workday every single week. Here's how it happened. I began with a brutal hook. Could I rip 10 hours out of my schedule without spending a cent? Simply by unleashing the smartest free-tier AI on every repetitive chore, decision, and data slog in my life, and document the entire experiment to prove it? That set the tone, because the intro reveals the battlefield we fight on daily. The average knowledge worker toggles more than 1,000 times per day between tabs, apps, and messaging channels, hemorrhaging microseconds that snowball into lost weeks. Yet mainstream productivity hacks consist of color-coded planners, overpriced focus, Pomodoro cubes, and subscription software that ironically drains our budgets while promising to give us time. In other words, we've tried bullet journals, we've tried not-so-smart smartwatches, we've tried willpower. Nothing scales when the tasks multiply faster than you can tick boxes. So the problem statement is stark. The 21st century's currency isn't money or likes, it's uninterrupted attention. And brands, apps, and algorithms are clawing at that attention every waking minute. So unless we delegate half our brain to machines, we're outgunned. With that fire lit, I jumped into the development phase, mapping out a rigorous 7-day, stopwatch-timed gauntlet where I downloaded, configured, and smashed together the most powerful free AI tools I could find, each one selected for a different battlefield of daily work, research, writing, meetings, design, automation, and focus. And I vowed to measure time saved, frustration reduced, and quality kept or improved, because an AI shortcut is worthless if it spits out bland junk. My lineup started with Gemini Starter, Google's free chat tier, tasked with demolishing research black holes. I threw in a meandering 40-page white paper on renewable battery chemistry and told Gemini to summarize, give me 5 contrarian angles, 3 citations, and an analogy fit for a middle school science fair. Result: 4 minutes saved straight away, plus a creative hook I would have spent half an hour brainstorming. Next came ChatGPT Free Plus community plugins, harnessed to draft video outlines, social captions, and SEO descriptions in one go, where it cut 90-minute writing sprints down to 17. Freeing a chunk of morning brainpower. To imprison email demons, I installed Magical.ai, no-cost Chrome extension, and trained it with 30 common replies. Now the keystroke, brief, expands into a custom friendly summary of our latest TechWave 65 upload, complete with call-to-action links, slashing a dozen 5-minute email cycles into seconds. Meetings were my next target, so I unleashed Autopilot Basic, a free tier that joins Zoom, records high-fidelity audio, transcribes in real time, tags speakers, and dumps action items straight to my Slack Action Queue channel, where Zapier Free quietly converts bullet points into Trello cards, meaning I left the call already ahead of schedule while colleagues hunted for their scribbled notes. Design chores then faced the wrath of ClipDrop Relight for rapid background cleanup and lighting adjustments coupled with Leonardo Diffusion. Free for AI-generated thumbnails. I fed it the prompt, futuristic desk, neon underglow, floating holographic task icons, and out came a click magnet hero image in 60 seconds, saving my freelance designer 2 iterations and me 1 approval loop. Still thirsty for minutes, I turned to Bulk GPT CSV, community tool that funnels spreadsheet topics into ChatGPT free API, to crank out cross-platform copy. A sheet of 50 video hooks, 50 TikTok descriptions, and 50 pinned comment prompts processed in 2 minutes versus my usual Sunday afternoon slog, effectively freeing that Sunday for, gasp, actual life. With these tools winning isolated skirmishes, I hit the middle of day 3 and realized the real breakthrough comes when each AI passes its output like a baton in a zero-friction relay. So I built a no-code automation spine, with Zapier Free, 5 multi-step zaps allowed, stitched to make .com free for extra scenarios. A new idea in my Notion video pipeline. Board triggers Gemini Starter to fetch research, Bulk GPT to spin a working title, Copilot free to draft a Google Doc, ClipDrop to auto-generate a thumbnail variation, and an Airtable log entry that measures turnaround time, all without me touching a single panel. The stopwatch told the truth. With relay automation, I reclaimed 3 hours by midweek, but I wanted a blockbuster climax, so I introduced Open Voice free, offline voice clone, chained to Audacity macros where the raw AI narration track auto applies noise reduction, EQ, and limiter, then a CapCut desktop macro that syncs B-roll from a labeled folder, inserts title cards, and exports the final MP4 in one pass. My old method burned 2 hours per video. The new pipeline consumed 15 minutes, meaning the climax lands Friday night when I checked Toggle and saw the sum. 15.8 hours reclaimed. That's 2 full workdays. Without paying $1 or lowering content quality one notch. And the hidden twist is energy. My CPU usage dropped 30%, because remote AI servers handle heavy lifting. The conclusion crystallizes into a battle-tested, 5-tool time saver stack anybody can install tonight. 1. Gemini Starter for lightning research and outline drafts. 2. Magical.ai to nuke repetitive typing. 3. Autopilot Basic for meetings that summarize themselves. 4. ClipDrop plus Leonardo free for instant visuals. 5. Zapier free to stitch it all into a single automatic conveyor belt. But I won't stop there. Here's my personal scoreboard of head-to-head metrics. Speed winner is Gemini Starter. X15 acceleration over manual search. Accuracy champ is ChatGPT free with community plugins. 90% usable outputs. Ease of use crown goes to Magical.ai. 1-minute learning curve. Best visual quality tie between ClipDrop and Leonardo. Automation ROI runaway winner Zapier. Cost for the entire stack remains $0 unless you upgrade, making free AI not a gimmick but a force multiplier. So here's your call to action. Pick any single workflow pane, your inbox, your meeting notes, or your design pipeline. Swap in the matching free AI tool, and track reclaimed minutes in a simple spreadsheet for 7 days. Then come back, drop your number in the comments, and let's build a public leaderboard of hours saved, because when our community shares hacks, productivity compounds, and time, our scarcest asset, expands. And remember, smash the like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more tech challenges, future experiments, and real talk from TechWave 65.